Just before COVID happened, I was recruited by PwC. And when I left my previous job and I was going to join PwC, they informed me that they had to delay my recruitment. So I was in this difficult situation. I quit my job and I had no offer anymore.
This is Unlawful. Welcome to Unlawful. As always, I'm Brandon Renken, and with me today is Gvantsa Baidoshvili. Good morning, Gvantsa. How are you doing?
Good morning, Brandon. Thank you. I'm good, and thank you for reaching out and inviting me. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And honestly, what made me reach out to you was just on LinkedIn, your post started being not only really pleasant, but also just really interesting in the way you kind of draft them to be heard. Here's one sentence that matters and then explain stuff that you're thinking about the law, and really insightful too. And it just kind of drew me into you, which I think was probably your goal. What made you decide to start doing posts the way that you do them on LinkedIn?
So it's a long story. I started the business side of law practicing 2 years ago, approximately. But before, I also had my sole practice, and all past years just taught me that it's not only practicing law strictly, but also doing business. And unless we do business development in the proper way, it won't work. So I decided to be as open to meeting new people, also teaching something I know and also receiving something I don't know yet. And the internet is the best opportunity for this. Boomers had a cheap real estate. We have this education that is free, and the internet and YouTube and all those platforms, and your platform as well. So that's what we have to make the best of, and I'm trying to do that.
Yeah, it's funny that you compare it to real estate, because you're right. Like, investment in the platform on the internet is a lot like what was plentiful back before you or I were around. It's an interesting comparison. So what do you do? What's your job? What's your business?
I'm a business lawyer in Georgia. I live in Tbilisi, but moving to Los Angeles this year for UCLA LL.M law school. So this transition period, like I'm full-time law firm partner now, but also focusing on my studies. And this is like a transition period, half-time working and half-time studying. My main focus in building my law firm was to create like this unique one platform that will provide clients with network of attorneys from different jurisdictions through this one platform. And I'm building those relationships and refer to my clients to attorneys as well in different jurisdictions. So we have several directions. We have the traditional law firm. We have also like a network of partner lawyers in different jurisdictions. And also we have the GBPLO Academy. In this GBPLO Academy, we have already launched 2 courses. One is the Global Contract Playbook that teaches how to draft internationally enforceable contracts. The other one is Behavioral Economics for Legal practitioners. And this helps out to leverage behavior science for lawyers to enhance compliance and also how to practice law more effectively and cost effectively.
Tell me a little bit more about that. You said it's the GBPLO Academy?
Yeah, my law firm is called GB, and my initials, GB and partners. Those partners I have.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I launched this GBPLO Academy in February with these 2 courses, so it's quite new.
And you talk about your law firm. So when you graduated law school, or when you go straight of legal studies in Georgia, you just hung your own shingles, started your own business?
I was actually very lucky at the beginning. On my 3rd year of the university, I was recruited by my lecturer to work in music publisher and record label, which in a year became a publisher of Universal Music Publishing Group. And I had this opportunity to represent Universal, Sony, Warner through this company, and my amazing lecturer that gave me these great opportunities. And then just before COVID happened, I was recruited by PwC. And when I left my previous job and I was going to join PwC, they informed me that they had to delay my recruitment. So I was in this difficult situation. I quit my job and I had no offer anymore. So this was a push for me to find my own clients. It was bad luck at that moment, but in hindsight, it was perfect a great thing that happened to me because I learned how to leverage internet, how to find people, how to network with business people more effectively, and how to build my own network of clients. So this was the breaking point in my life. After that, I had a couple of corporate jobs, and I also later joined PwC. This was not wasted opportunity, but that was a groundbreaking moment for me mentally and in every possible way that pushed me to my own business. Yeah.
The whole purpose of this podcast is to talk about these moments. And it's funny because a lot of the moments we've talked to people about are moments that, as you said, they're devastating when they happen. But in retrospect, it's like, man, instead of fearing a miserable loss, that was actually this huge opportunity that either pushed me to do something I never would have done or required me to be better than I thought I ever could be. And then it's wild when it sounds like you were just rolling from incredible moment to incredible moment. And then you had those huge shock to the system that I can only imagine when it happened, that was extremely painful for you.
Yes, it was. Deep down, it was not that painful. I don't know why, maybe it was my intuition, but I never lost my hope. Like, even in the situations when financially that was devastating, of course. I don't know why exactly, but I didn't, mentally I was still strong. And maybe that's a key to success. If you're mentally strong, even most devastating things don't seem so devastating to you, and you learn how to react it, not reactively, but to see it as a lesson, to squeeze it as much as possible and learn more lessons as possible. And that was that point for me.
I couldn't agree more. It takes so much self-confidence. So you called it hope. I think it's better than hope, right? I think what it is confidence. You got to that moment and you weren't hoping that something better was going to happen. So Gvantsa, what's your unlawful moment?
Unlawful moment?
Look, and to be clear, you've already shared a bunch of them.
I can think about a couple of things. And the latest one is my mindset shift that happened very lately, a month or 2 months ago. For years, I decided that I didn't have a time to read fiction anymore. And I read only business books and how to do law firm business development and general business development and how to get more clients, how to be a lawyer, and also reading case law and everything about, but nothing about fiction. It's how to just turn off my lawyer and business mind. Reading fiction is all I already experienced during this last month that I restarted reading fiction. Gave me so much freedom and creativity and peace of mind. No business or legal book could give me, and that's contributed to my business. And we need to turn our mind off sometimes, clear our minds, even do nothing sometimes, to just chill and don't worry about the business and law and our clients. Just for an hour a week, or even if we can do it a day, read some fiction, go walking or hiking, or spend more time with our friends. Yeah, this is my latest lesson.
I love this. Obviously, people always love stuff that they relate to, but I can't tell you how much I relate to this. But honestly, I love where we started talking. I love that your goal is to be open and to learn from everyone and to teach everyone. And I really think that you bring a lot of value to everybody. Just by the little lesson on LinkedIn, I think that it would be really instructive and informative. And if nothing else, give people a thought to a problem that you've identified and a solution with. So iron sharpens iron. And I think the best way to come up with the best solutions is to have as many possibilities as possible and then fight it out. All the stuff that you've been able to do, and that when you talk about my law firm, you're really talking about something that you started and a stake that you put in the ground. And I can't wait to see what you do in the coming years. Thank you so much for taking the time, and that's Unlawful.